So what we're going to do now is we're going to have each team come up for about a minute. I'll try to cut that off at a minute, or as close to there as possible. And you're going to pitch your idea. After you pitch your idea, the next team will come up and pitch their idea. Once we get through all four, we'll have everybody vote in the room vote, and if there comes to a point where it might be close to a tie, we'll re-vote on which ones are close to the tie. So essentially the way this works is whoever wins this session moves on to tonight's dinner to essentially have the last round of the competition. So in no particular order, we'll start off with Team Legendary. If you can come on down and give your pitch for your invention.
So hi, everybody. We are Team Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Team Legendary. Our selfie is a picture with the cow that's over there. So I thought that was appropriate. And we are pitching an ultrasound lifeguard robot. So we're trying to solve a problem. And what is the problem? The problem is that people have trouble swimming, and drowning is a thing. So sometimes people need help staying afloat, such as like children or elderly people or people who just never learned to swim. They need help staying afloat. And our solution is a small swimming robot that uses an ultrasound technique to detect children in need of assistance. So this is inspired by like sharks. Sharks can detect when a fish is injured, and it will know where it is and how to go attack it. So we're completely reversing that, and our robot uses ultrasound to know when a human, specifically a children, is having trouble swimming, and it will know the location and go and assist that child who is in need of assistance. You guys want to add anything?
Yeah, so instead of having like one big robot, we'll have like lots of small robots so they can be spaced out in the location where there might be dangerous currents. And then when they detect a child, like the one that's close to the child will then send a message to the other ones, and then they'll all swarm to the location where the child is and then form a circle around the child and like help push them up out of the water and then bring them to shore.
Yeah, people who know how to swim might have like a different signature of like a calm, happy, frolicking, maybe looking signal on the frequency domain, but then like a child would like have like some nasty interference because they're going to be sad.
All right, and as a long-term goal, we are moving from a detection system to prevention system. So having enough data, we can recognize patterns which lead to potentially dangerous results and be proactive rather than reactive.
Thank you.
Wow, you got the whole gambit on that one. Okay, so moving on to the next team, we have 101 Dalmatians.
Hi everybody, I'm Brian, and I'm representing 101 Dalmatians. And so we're Team 1, and 101 in binary is 5, there's 5 of us. That's our name. Okay.
Wait, the other way around.
We're all wearing black.
Never mind.
So there we go, 101 Dalmatians. And we're going to present to you today Snow Floater. So what it is, Snow Floater is a drone that floats over your yard and will drop salts and also has an infrared radiation emitter to help melt the ice and the snow in your yard. And you can program a path for it to take so it'll melt the sidewalks without you needing to get outside your house. Now, actually, in the winter time, there's a huge number of deaths that are caused by people who go out shoveling their snow, and they might be too old for it, they have heart health problems, and they end up having a cardiac arrest. It's actually a big problem in the winter. This drone means no more shoveling. This is going to be a lifesaver for teenagers too. You'll get chores to do. It'll take out no more shoveling. It'll melt all the snow and all the sidewalks for you. Programmable to your choice.
Just jump in.
This is called Snow Floater.
And when the snow melts, of course, it creates water, and then due to the cold, it also freezes, and which also causes a problem. But since there's also an extra drone that, well, not a drone, but like a little car that delivers salt to the area so that there is no ice, so people don't fall. And it basically eliminates the two problems.
So basically, we have a drone that can emit laser that can melt the snow, and we have a small moving mobile device that will give out.
Yeah, that will remove the ice. Basically.
Yes, using salt.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
It's okay, we try.
Whose is that? Oh,
Okay, the next team is Team Kashmir.
Hey guys, we're Team Kashmir. So as you guys might notice that the airbag is not completely safe. Sometimes we need more protections because when the impact is very strong, your body, your leg, and many other parts of your body might get damaged. We want a solution to protect a better, well-rounded protection against impact when you drive a car.
Our proposal is a body bag that covers the entire human body like a cocoon. So this will protect the body from getting any damage from the impact in an accident.
We believe that this will integrate well with the next generation of self-driving cars because people will be relaxed. Some people will, not be focused on the road as much. So when there is an impact, they might not be able to cover themselves and their body. They'll be taken aback. But with this, they'll be more protected. Thank you.
thank you.
Cool, that's it. Thanks, guys.
And Team Underwater Drones.
Man, do you guys have a really hard research problem that you just can't solve?
Yeah.
No? Aw, me too. What are we going to do about that? We got an answer.
So we came up with this idea of helping people who have hard research questions that they cannot solve. So we're helping them improve collaboration with people who might be able to solve this problem. So the name of our app is...
I don't remember.
It's called... no, it's on.
Oh. It's called Collab Lab, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. So how this works is you sign up, and you're given a certain amount of points. With those points, you can post questions, and in order to get more points, you would have to answer other people's questions in order for you to keep posting questions, right? And you continue.
So basically, if you want to post more questions, you have to give answers or to get good ratings. And if you don't give answers that give good ratings, you're not going to be able to post anything.
So we have a system that pretty much balances people who give answers and people who ask answers so that people can continuously give and get.
All right, that is Collab Lab. Give some, get some.
There's nothing to do with drones. You're not taking your job.
All right, well, we just heard some really interesting inventions, proposals, ideas, concepts, and others. So now we get down to the, I don't know if it's going to be fun for me, but the fun part of voting on seeing which team makes it to the next round. The other teams are going to be called in shortly after these 4 teams are judged, and they will be judged as well. So what I'm going to ask for the people that are in the room that were not part of this session, please do not vote because it's going to make my life harder, and it's unfair. So the 4 teams that are here, please vote for the best idea and do it by a show of hands. I'm going to ask Alice if I can get help with the count, but or at least an idea of who's going to be the one to move on, so I'm not biased. So let's get a show of hands for Team Legendary for their swim assist robots, and correct me if I'm wrong on the topic. Okay. That was really hard to count. So then let's get 101 Dalmatians for their snow float. What was it? Snow floater robot or drone. Snow floater drone car solution, which is to help you not have to shovel. So put your hands up if you're voting for that. Okay. And moving on to the next one, Team Kashmir's. I'm sorry, there's a question? Yes, you can vote for yourselves. So I would expect to see the team voting for themselves, which was kind of a shock on the last one. Okay, now they're up. Okay, so moving on to Team Cashmere and the body bag. Iron Man body bag. We'll see show of hands for that one. Okay. And moving on to the last team of underwater drones for Collab Lab. Okay, so I defer to Alice. What was the ruling on the floor? Yes, all right, we'll restart again now that everybody knows how the vote works. And to take out well, I don't know if it's going to be taking a bias. You can't vote for yourself. Is that a good thing? All right, you can't vote for yourself because it obviously got too complicated. So, starting over, legendary for the swim assist robots. Show of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. 101 Dalmatians for their snow floater. Okay, I think I see 0. 1. Okay, 1. Team Cashmere's Iron Man body bag. Okay, in all seriousness, we need a vote for this. The Iron Man body bag. Vote. We got 1, 2. Okay. And underwater drones for the Collab Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 4. So I think it's Collab Lab. I'm sorry, I can't hear anything. Oh, okay, all right. So revote against Legendary and Collab Lab. So the two that didn't make it would be Snow Floater and Iron Man body bag. Sorry. And so we have Swim Assist Robots and Collab Lab. So Swim Assist Robots, 1. Everybody that didn't make it should be voting for one of these two. So I would expect to see more hands. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we have Collab Lab. Okay, we're missing hands. We're missing a lot of hands. There's 2 here, and there's 4 teams. And I see 1 person from 1 team voting. And the other one, I think I saw 2 teams voting, and that means there's 1 team that wasn't voting. So again, we're going to try this again. All right, we're going by based on number of total hands coming up, and I'm going to rule out the same group that created it. Swim Assist Robots. Everybody that's not on the team, please vote for Swim Assist Robots. Okay, so we're at 5. Okay. And Collab Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think Collab Lab wins. Is that a confirmation, Alice? Confirmed, Collab Lab? Is that confirmed? Any confirmation? Yes? Collab Lab? Okay, Collab Lab moves on. Thank you. We're going to pull in the next round. You guys are welcome to go back and enjoy more ice cream. So going through this, what we're going to do is we're going to hear the presentations. We kind of prefer not to have the PowerPoints. It kind of turned into a little bit of a fiasco the last round. But if you ultimately need it, then maybe we'll make an exception or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you about 1 to 2 minutes to explain what your invention is. We'll have each team present that, and then afterwards we'll have a voting. You are not allowed to vote for your own team because some teams are larger than others, and it kind of becomes unbiased. And we're going to ask you to close your eyes when you vote because we found that people don't like to vote. So if you don't look, you can't tell. So getting into it, we're going to start off with Team GPAC. If you'd please come on down.
Have you ever tried a food and you really liked it and you just wished you just knew the recipe for that, or even just wanted to know the places that would serve it in your area? Well, we have the solution. You'll like it.
Our solution involves gathering information from multiple people who upload what they bought at different locations, and also what the recipe is, how they got it, where they got it, and upload it onto the cloud. And using this data, we can try to investigate relationships between the food, where it is, in order to gather effective information, which will tell us how you can actually get this across to one person.
It also uses picture matching so that it can match you with the closest restaurant that may or may not serve the same food.
And finally, one of the most important things we wanted to consider was recently VCs have been a little bit more hesitant to fund apps just because the market is so competitive. So we have a revenue stream that will come from advertisements from local food businesses, like let's say Whole Foods has a new pre-made meal for you, or a local restaurant. So that is our idea. We hope that you enjoy your cloud comfooding in the future. Thanks.
Okay, so the adjustment to the presentation rule is you will begin when you get up here, and if your presentation pops up and you can help out, then great. This way we can keep moving along. We're on to Team Farmers. Please come on down.
So Friday night, right? And let's just say you're driving, but you were a little buzzed, right?
30% of deaths from car accidents are due to drunk driving, and 30% of drivers have fallen asleep at the wheel.
So we were thinking of researching semi-autonomous vehicles that can detect whether you're drowsy or drunk and safely pull you over to the side of the road.
So we can do this by integrating some heart rate monitors into the steering wheel, and that could tell us if you're getting drowsy or if you're drunk, maybe.
And we will be also using a camera to do facial action unit tracking to see if the driver's eyes are closed.
Through this, we hope to minimize car accidents due to drunk driving and drowsiness.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to Team Newmass. Please come down.
Have you ever wished you were somebody else for a day?
Or awake?
Or the rest of your life?
If so, the New Mask is the product for you. New Mask is a mask that allows you to flawlessly impersonate any person in the world.
You can look like that person.
Through the use of a flexible screen mask.
You can sound like the person.
Through the use of a voice modulator.
And you can even think like that person.
Through the use of deep learning from social media data analysis. Now, you cannot just act like your favorite celebrity, but
actually be them.
Try New Mask today.
Well, okay, wow, that was pretty. I think I was watching an infomercial. Okay, on to Team Duct Tape.
All right, so hey guys, have you ever wanted to get up close and personal with your jeans? And I don't mean your Levi's.
Thanks, guys. Then you should use R2DNA2. It's a virtual reality program where you inject a nanobot into a body, and then you can interact with the DNA through virtual reality.
So basically what our great nanobot does is it acts in the place of DNA polymerase, so that while you're doing DNA replication, it can kind of encode your genes, and then you can see them in virtual reality.
I don't really know what else to add. They kind of said everything, but I mean, I could talk about how everyone else is like a slide. We just have a really big idea and personality, so.
It's like the Magic School Bus, but real.
Yeah. Buy our product, guys.
Okay. Very interesting ideas this round. The first round was, I would say the personality factor has gone way up. I'm thinking that might have to do with the fact you were sitting out there for about 15 minutes longer than the other team. But this is all about fun, so just keep that in mind and everything. But in all seriousness, now we need an actual vote, which we found was a challenge in the first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to go through the teams, and I'm going to have you vote. And please signify by raising your hand. Do not vote for your own team. Yeah, you can have, at this point, yeah, just... Yeah, so, okay, so if you're in this round, please, if you're not in this round, please do not vote. The people that are in this round, please vote. And that's just for the fairness of the other thing. But I will ask you to close your eyes to vote because I don't want to have people wondering. You cannot vote for your own team. So rules again, you cannot vote for your own team, and only the people that we're just presenting may vote. So please close your eyes and raise your hands for Team GPAC for their cloud computing. Okay, and we're moving on to farmers and the semi-autonomous vehicle drunk and tired. Okay, and we'll move on to the next team, UMass and the UMass impersonator. Is that a hand? I don't know. Okay, and moving on to team, sorry, keep your eyes closed. Team duct tape and the R2DNA2 nanobot. Okay. I think we had a close tie there, dude. Yeah. Well, I didn't get the actual count, but I went based on. So I think we have to re-vote on two of them. I believe it was. Well, I think we're down to two. Alice, did you get a count? Alice. The second team? Okay, thank you. Perfect. All right, so the semi-autonomous vehicle drunk and tired is the one that will move on to the final round at dinner. So thank you, and we're going to pull in the next series of teams. So starting up, engineering squad, please come on down. What you're going to have is about a minute to present, and then we'll move on to the next one, and at the end we'll come back and vote. Thank you.
All right, are we ready to go, guys? Everybody ready to go? All right. Okay. How many of you guys support the military? Okay, raise your hand. All right. How many of you guys watch football, like football or sports of some type? Okay. Well, actually, one of the biggest problems in both of those industries is thermoregulation, which is basically keeping the core body temperature stabilized over a long duration of time. There's actually a peripheral controller that lies along your spinal cord that can activate the hypothalamus in your brain and trigger thermoregulation. So our idea is basically tapping into this controller and vasodilating your arterial venous anastomoses, which are basically large bore shunt vessels along your glabrous skin tissues to induce thermoregulation.
So in order to do this, we want to implement conductive, like variable technology into our fabric. Like we want to use conductive fabric and conductive thread to basically, anyone know what's a conductive thread? Can you tell me what it is? Oh, we don't have time. Okay. So it's basically it's a thread with a thin wire inside, so it can conduct electricity, can generate heat, and we want to make sure that it's flexible, it's washable, it's stretchable, and it's comfortable, safe to wear.
In engineering part, we can use Petier effect. That's it's a two plates that heats up on one side and cools down the other side, or vice versa. So this effect can be applied in that project.
And the smart textile will be embedded with LED microarrays, which will stimulate the spinal cord in order to induce the desired temperature to thermoregulate.
Move on to Team Blue-Green.
Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you were working on the job as a trade worker, construction worker, and an accident happens. Next moment, you're there in a hospital bed. You've been told you lost your ability to walk. Years ago, I was working in a convalescent home, and I knew a gentleman just like that. He was a welder by trade. Steel beam snapped, hit him. he was out of a job. Our research together has focused on teleoperation of collaborative robots. In other words, a person can control a robot over distance and still do work. This is actual technology now, proof of concept already done, my paper's tomorrow, and we can even make the robot lifelike. We got mannequins as well. So what if Bruce, the gentleman who lost his ability to work, could work again? What if he could have the dignity of work? What if he could become a productive member of society instead of just wasting away in a hospital bed? We could even make it secure, end-to-end encryption, 256 AES. It's not too impossible. And all of our research projects were done with off-the-shelf components. This is something that can enable people to work. And in reality, what we're trying to do is
making technology available for disabled people.
Thank you.
Wow, okay. Good plug for the paper tomorrow, I believe. So, team Black Dots.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. We all scream for ice cream, but sometimes screaming makes our voices, hurt. What's a fantastic way to get ice cream without screaming for it? Well, that's where the MWC Ice Cream Delivery Company comes in. It connects to an app that you can buy on your phone that's connected to Bluetooth. All you need to do is type in your address and your desired flavor of ice cream, and boom, ice cream delivered straight to you. We will now show this with a short little skit.
I'm hungry for ice cream. Okay, so I live here, and for today, I guess I'd like some chocolate ice cream with a bunch of chocolate chips. 1 second later. Thank you. Thank you. So you're probably all wondering, what is that? Well, it is a mechanical winged cat, which is why we're called the MWC, the Mechanical Winged Cat Delivery Ice Cream Delivery System. I know. And the cat gets its ice cream from our workers who work in the North Pole to make our delicious ice cream. Then he flies all the way down to deliver your ice cream. In 1 second. And our ice cream and cat are very good for the environment since its battery is rechargeable and yeah. And the cat never gets tired. Ice cream delivery!
I'd say that the last two teams have a lot to aspire to with that one. So that was, wow. Just say wow. That was impressive. So we're going to move on to team memory. If you'd please come down, and we'll get on to yours.
Such a tough act to follow. My goodness. Hi, guys. So November is National Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Our product is called Memory. It is a watch designed to give a person with Alzheimer's more independence and a memory.
Memory is a link between patient and caregiver. The patient has a smartwatch and the caregiver has an app.
So one feature that we are going to implement in the smartwatch and also in the smartphone app for the patient is a location tracking system that will alert the caregiver via the smartphone app whether the patient has exited a certain area. So because they might accidentally wander off and get lost. At the same time, we'll also have a system to alert anyone that may be nearby this lost patient. So the smartwatch may flash red lights or announce that the patient is lost.
And also, there will be a reminder notification system so that the person will be able to be reminded when they should eat, take their medicine, or, for example, go to a doctor's appointment.
The caregiver gets notified if the patient has used their watch over a specified period of time. We want to give someone a memory.
That's us.
Cool. A lot of cool stuff in this whole session. I kind of like this. Maybe some ideas will spin out and turn into actual products. It's all from 15 to 20 minutes to a half hour. So moving on to Team 4-bit, or a nibble.
So the 21st century has been dominated by smart devices, moving from a simple phone to now a smartphone, and also, more interestingly, a regular car to a self-driving car, and a home to now smart homes, where all different aspects are integrated together. We're here to take that a step further and introduce the Intelligent RV, or IRV for short.
So this wonderful new product, the IRV, will be able to drive itself so that you can be hands-free to enjoy its wonderful features, such as its breakfast-making capabilities and shower. I don't know. I mean, I do know because I'm an expert.
This vehicle will be extremely eco-friendly. It will be electric. It can also... submarine also.
Yeah,
it's a submarine.
The wheels turn. The wheels turn.
You will have an option to set when you should be up on each day of the week so that the car knows when you're going to be inside the car. It'll calculate from the time that you wake up to, get to your car, and it'll start making the breakfast accordingly, and it'll start running the hot shower accordingly, to get you to where you need to go.
Let's say you're at work and, oh God, it's half a day. That means my kids are going to be out. Whatever will I do? Well, you won't do anything. Your car will. That's right, because the kids will have this nice little app saying, hey, it's been a half day. Can you come pick me up, Mom? I mean car. And the car will be like, no problem, boys, because I got some snacks for you once you get over here. I don't know. Here.
Can make you coffee in the morning, too.
Which is pretty sweet, because, people work earlier. Want to finish this off? And hey, if you want to go to the beach, remember, it's a submarine. Yeah! Buy an IRV today. It's called an IRV.
IRV, okay.
IRV. IRV will make a curve in the auto industry.
Okay. And now we're on to, is it 5 Dream? Is that correct?
5 Green.
Oh, green. I thought it was Dream. Okay, 5 Green, please come on down.
Don't you just hate finding parking? Audience?
Yes.
Well, time for ParkMe. ParkMe is a hardware and software platform to find parking spots citywide. So ParkMe is a hardware platform consisting of a mesh network of solar-powered ultrasound parking sensors distributed over a parking lot. And we're planning on making a plan, no pun intended, parking lot area network. And that's connecting to our software platform, website/app that displays parking availability citywide. And there will be a web app and mobile app in 2027 with an API for integration with existing GPS apps and self-driving cars coming almost soon. And we're also establishing ParkMe certification for current parking lots to establish a network of ParkMe certified parking lots in cities. And remember, if you're ever having trouble finding a parking spot, then use ParkMe.
I think you covered it. You covered it good.
Okay, so we had some interesting presentations this round, and I think voting is going to be very difficult, which will be fun. So we're going to go down the list, and what we're going to ask is only the people that were in this session vote. If you were in the other sessions, please do not vote. If you did not partake, please don't vote. Did we miss any teams first off? No, okay, good. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, and you cannot vote for your own team, and signify that you like the concept, the invention, by raising your hand. We'll start off with Engineered Squad for their smart textile conductive thread. Please raise your hand if you're in favor of that. Okay. Team Blue-Green for their teleoperation of a collaborative robot. Please raise your hand to signify if you like that one. Okay. And then we're on to the Black Dots and their mechanical wing cat ice cream delivery system. Okay, you guys are horrible. Nobody voted for that one. We're moving on to Team Memory and the Memory Watch. Please raise your hand if you like that one. Wow, everybody voted for that one. Okay, well, that's interesting. Team 4-Bit and the Irv breakfast. Well, I don't even know what this is. Breakfast, delivery, car, shower, everything else you could ever want in a vehicle to get to work. If you like that one, please raise your hands. Okay. And the last one from 5 Green for the Park Me service. Please raise your hand. Okay. So I think we got the solutions or the potential winners. Or actually, not the winners. I'm sorry. There are no winners until the next round. But we'll move on to the next round. Did we get that captured? Yes? Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, thank you. So now we'll find out the finalists in the next round. We'll have that for dinner this evening. Anything else before we go? Okay, thank you. Congratulations to everybody that presented and great ideas.